Hi everybody. I'm recording this Attendify Overview just because that means that I either have missed my plane or my plane is delayed and I'm not able to make it to our meeting. So as a team we decided I better pre-record this just in case. So as you can see on my screen, I'm just going to go over what the Attendify program offers us for our project. So this first part here is just about the mobile app and some of the features that it has. So I'll just take us into this briefly. So I'm just clicking on it. This is just some pretty simple information. All the information that's loaded here and all the graphics, they're just there for demonstration purposes. So we have our app or our conference name, the dates that it's going to, a brief description, the location for what where the conference will be held, and a Google Map option to click and put a pin on where the event will be. It also has this feature here about buying tickets, but seeing as registration will be done separately, we don't have to worry about that. This is just some other branding graphics stuff. Access management, so this just allows our attendees access to this mobile app. So if we want it to be open to everybody, we have that option. That's what I have it the default setting as. If we want to restrict access to those who are only attending the event, there is that capability. And then there's also a password code if we wanted to go that route. So the different features that the app has, I've just kind of pre-selected all of them. You can change the order to how they show up, but these ones here are just an about, schedules, speakers, interactive maps, exhibitor information, sponsor information, and then Twitter, news, if there's certain news that Carib is a part of. This might not really be applicable. I just have it added here, and a photo album and video album if need be as well. Some of these options are probably things that we wouldn't even be using. For the appearance, the banner, you also have the option to put sponsor banners as well. So this just is going over what Carib is. This is what the schedule would look like. So I just used the information that Dr. Dobson had given to us about previous conferences. So just how it's laid out. I haven't filled out all the days, obviously, but this just kind of gives you an idea. And then it just tells you where the location of which room it would be in, etc. Something to make note of on this slide, though, or on this page, is the concurrent sessions. So the ability to have concurrent sessions going or different streams. So this here would show up in the app as, so say you're in session 1, well, it's in room 1. Session 2, well, it's in room 2. And you can add certain things, descriptions to each one of those tracks. And then we have the option here to rate. So these are based on a 5-star rating. You would click and give your rating. I haven't entered any descriptions, but each session would have its own description. Then the next thing is speaker information. So I've just preloaded speakers that were here previously at previous conferences. So we have Sharon Fertag from the Government of Northwest Territories. She'll be speaking. You can rate Sharon after your session is done. It also gives the option to put a description of a biography or whatever you want there. This spot is for interactive maps, so I've just kind of pre-uploaded from the RBC Convention Center just maps of their buildings. So this is the overall venue map, and then there's also the like a parking one and a downtown Winnipeg map that the attendees could use. And then this here is just a Google map, directions to the location of the venue. I just uploaded one here, exhibitor, so I have the city of Winnipeg, and this just shows, their logo. You can put information to their website. I'm going to click on this just so you can see. If you go in here, you can add in, like what their Facebook pages, Twitter account, all that information if attendees, if we think that that's valuable for attendees. And sponsors, so whoever the sponsors. Now, we might not have very many sponsors for this event, but it does allow the sponsors to be categorically identified. So, for example, I just have here university sponsor as a gold member, so you can choose what kind of what status of sponsorship your sponsor is. And Carib actually has that outlined on their website, the cost for each level of sponsorship. This allows you to link your Twitter account. So I don't have access to the Carib Twitter account, and if I signed in, it would just be with my Twitter account. But anyway, this is a spot where it can link to Twitter. And this is a new section. Might not really be applicable for us, but it is there as an option. Also on the mobile app are pages. So this just really allows you to promote your event. So just different graphic functions and that kind of thing. Let me just continue here. So I have here on my page, I have just a section about the organization. I have different board, what it means to be what the board does for Carib. And I also have board members as an option with some information. So this is what the About Me section would be about. Board of Directors responsibility. And we have some information filled out here that was just taken from their website. And then board members I've just added two as an example. Catherine and Lori. And you do have the option as well to edit and add pictures. So we could put, what Catherine's picture is. Now, I don't see on the Carib website that any of their board members have that. So these are things that we would obviously have to make sure that we're not, people's privacy and that is respected. And then branded apps, that's not something that I don't think that we'll be going too far in depth on. That's if Carib wanted their own branded app. It's very costly as you need an Apple developer account, but it is an option. Registration I've skipped because it wasn't something that was a need. With Attendify, not only do you get the mobile app, but you also get a website. The website's preloaded. It's not very customizable. It just takes the information that was in the mobile app and puts it into a website. So pretty basic stuff here. You can just kind of see logo, scheduling, that kind of thing, sponsorship, and you can change the order of these exhibitors and speakers, and then a link to what Google Map is. So not really customizable in that sense, but it does offer a website capabilities. Leads is another option that Attendify allows, but this is more for exhibitors. It's more for exhibitors to get information about the conference to support their business or their initiative. Probably not something that we'd be too interested in. However, audiences, This allows us to integrate different items to be able to upload all the folks who have registered. So I know Dr. Dobson had talked a lot about previously about, they have a CSV file of all the attendees. Now that's something that could be integrated with Attendify and preloaded. I have reached out to them because it says coming soon. I haven't heard back yet, but I'm sure there is a workaround rather than manually entering them individually. So that's pretty much it for the Attendify app. And if you have any questions, I'm sure Troy and Martin will be able to answer them for you. And if not, I'll be able to answer them at our next meeting. Thank you.